Doing great. How about you?
Good. Did you have a Merry Christmas?
I did. How
Good.
was yours?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's great. I'm going to have a Happy New Year, too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to work. I'm going to work tomorrow and Wednesday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too happy.
Hey, Doug. Happy New Year.
Doug Taylor?
Hey, Sean. Yep, Doug Taylor's in there. There's Mage. Ahoy again.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
The pirate.
He's going to be known as the Ahoy guy. And when he comes, hey, Sean, when you come for the Champ of Champs, I got a pirate drink for you. It's an energy drink. It's called Root Jack. I think you'll like it. Hey, Charlie, how are you? Happy New Year. Scott. Scott's making a bold 2025 prediction. There will be 0 tournament wins by the Phils. Holy cow. Wow.
An overpower?
And
Tiddlywinks, more his game.
hey, Brett, how are you, buddy? Sean is wanting to do some Discord matches. Doug Taylor must have thrown down some smack, and Sean's trying to take him up on it. All right. You guys having some fun with these cards? Yar, he said. I not be touching those energy drinks. The sugar goes right to me booty. Yar. We got a sugar-free one. We honestly do have a sugar-free one. Doug says, need to find some time. All right. Doug's not afraid to face the Mage. Hey, John, how are you? We had a Merry Christmas, and we are going to have a Happy New Year. Thank you, John. Same to you. No smack. We simply talked about it a month ago and never got around to it. Sean, I can't believe you weren't talking smack. You probably wasn't feeling good that day, right?
Yeah, too much sugar.
Yeah, too much sugar. That's awesome. How is everybody? Are you guys getting ready for the Champ of Champs? Doug Taylor says, ahoy and a yar. Definite pirate talk. Yep, Sean's feeling very piratey right now. We're going to have, I don't know if I got it on this computer. I don't think I might. Let me see. Might be able to come up with an image for you. Let me see what I got here. You know what? I do have it on here. I do. Just got to find it. Not that one. Oh, not that one. Maybe I don't have it on here. Oh, well. We're going to have a lot of fun at the Champ of Champs. I hope you guys are putting in your dates for it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he was ready to cry. Wow, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It is a Root Jack root beer. It's orange-flavored root beer. You ever had orange-flavored root beer?
No, have you?
I have now. I actually liked it. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, I was going to bring one back here with me and drink it on the show. And I got it. There's one that's a cinnamon orangey flavor,
That's what sounds weird.
and there's one ginger.
You like it?
I didn't like the ginger one. No,
Like the cinnamon?
it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. The orange was better, and then the sugar-free one I think is the one that tasted just like a kind of like an orange sherbet pop.
Oh, that's probably decent.
Yeah.
Like an orange cream.
Yeah, an orange sickle.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fun. It just came in on Saturday. They sent me a case a couple weeks ago and I sampled it. There's 4 different flavors. We got 3 bottles of each flavor, and everyone who tried it really liked it.
Good.
So, and even some people like the ginger.
So you're going to buy it?
Yeah, we got it. We stocked it.
Today?
They delivered a pallet to us on Saturday.
Okay. To sell
We sold a couple bottles today. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what we sold over the weekend. It came in Saturday afternoon.
them? Yeah.
I don't know if they sold any on Sunday or not, but it was a pretty slow day on Sunday. Yeah.
Got all those kids here today?
Yeah. I don't think any of them kids bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they probably didn't realize it was an energy drink.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that. Chat's blowing up again. Oh, Sean's experimenting with several decks. Several at one time. Got a few bangers. All right, so you went from several to a few. All right. Brett Cox says, I have a few deck ideas, but need to practice with them. Yes, we all do. Yes, Sean, it is. The ginger flavor is made with real redheads, or by real redheads. Hey, Sean, how are you? How about a New Year's breaking news on the third IP? And Larry says, would you like to do top selling cards again for 2024? And Scott says, yes. Scott wants to know. Sean, don't tell me you don't know what the third IP is. After all this, it's only been spoiled I don't know how many times, right?
The third one?
Yeah. Even Joe was telling everybody at the last regional that Larry had what it was.
It never got announced officially, did it?
No, it's still not official. And I'm not going to announce it unless it is official.
No, me either.
Sorry, Sean.
Too many NDAs.
Yeah. Even though I'm no longer playtesting. You done playtesting? Because I think I kind of resigned you at the same
Oh,
time.
I guess I'm done.
I resigned our whole team. But, they'll take you back if you want to do it for sure.
Team Alpha's out.
Team Alpha's out.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like I was able to give it enough time that it deserved.
Yeah, and I definitely won't.
You definitely didn't this time.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't into this. I'm not into it yet. I know
yeah.
you guys are a little more into it than I am, but
Yeah.
I was still trying to prepare for
The now.
the now events.
Yeah. And it was hard. That was another reason why we weren't giving it enough time. We were kind of split.
Yeah,
The free time that we did have in our lives, we're going to play the now decks or we're going to play test.
right. Hard to play the new stuff when there's no real events for it. I mean, and be committed to it.
Yeah. And we just had to wrap up the now year because
Right.
we were both going strong at the end. And
Yeah.
I had a lot on the line. Scott says Phil's going for the Santa beard.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it here.
Have you ever had one that big?
No.
Have you ever had one as big as this?
Yeah, probably in 2015, I think I had.
Oh, a long
decent-
time ago. Okay. That's before it turned gray.
Right.
Or white.
Yeah,
I think it's white.
It's white.
I think it's white more than gray.
Yeah. It's weird. It's mixed.
Yeah.
The dark. The top is dark and the bottom is white or gray, whatever you want to call it. But
It moves along. Most of mine's still red, but it's getting a lot grayer.
I might dye it red.
That'd be cool. I would dye mine, but I've never found a dye that would actually take me back to my natural.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all an artificial red. That no. Your Uncle Dave he used to dye his red.
Oh, really?
And he dyed it jet black for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Nah. But, us gingers, we all got our own unique color.
Right.
Unless it's a real bright orange or
Right.
a.
I think my dad even had some red in his beard at one time.
Did he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause I think it comes from his side, the Miller side of the family.
Yeah.
And Evie was redhead. So, anyways, Sean says he's got several experiments, but only a few working. Okay. Interesting. It's just amazing that after 20 years of no new cards outside of MOE, we're still coming up with new decks.
Yeah, it's getting a little old-fashioned now. I think. I feel like I've tapped every deck you can tap, probably.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I feel like I have, but I played a lot more than probably anybody in
Yes, for
the
sure.
game, for sure.
Yeah.
And I play a lot of like fun experimental decks too, just to see if they work. Like even the stuff we do on Thursday nights.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you play Juggernaut before this year?
Yeah, I had played him. I didn't think he was super potent. I still don't think he's like the king of the crop.
But that deck won a lot this year.
It did.
It won a lot.
I mean, he's got big specials,
Yep.
but most of them are fighting in strength, and so a lot of the specials you can just take as hits. I think the potent part of it is the Heroes for Hire.
Well,
I mean, because then he hits you with a JW and an 8,
yeah.
and you can't defend all those big attacks. But I mean, you could stick Thing right there, or the Hulk, or
The Hawk,
I mean, a 9 and an 8 is pretty powerful.
it is very powerful.
Yeah,
And it can play 4 different teamworks.
right.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
That's one thing that Juggernaut doesn't offer.
Teamwork?
Just straight strength.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
Those
it's nice.
attacks get big enough.
Yeah. But the 11 doesn't count for venture. It's like, it's tricky. I mean,
Right. But it can knock somebody out.
right.
So, and I'll give up 11 points of venture if I'm knocking you out.
Yeah. Especially if you're getting a couple cards off of them that count the venture coming your way.
Right. All right, Rev says, Phil, don't forget to send me your new address. All the Hades foils have been mailed to the Valhalla players except Phil. Well, Phil, Larry, you could have just sent it to me. You can just bring it. You want him to bring it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't even bother to send it. Just bring it to the OP, the Champ of Champs.
Yeah. I've got enough Beyonders. I don't need Hades.
Yeah, Phil will be here. We'll meet you here, Larry. Larry's coming. We have a lot of commitments, man. There are so many.
Yeah, so I'm most excited about Felipe.
Yes, that's going to be awesome. I got to get back with him. We haven't texted in a couple weeks with Christmas and everything. He's at a big con.
Yeah.
He's supposed to actually have sent me the books. I got to reach out to him. Maybe he's going to wait. I told him he didn't have to. I got plenty of storage. I want to see the books. Kind of excited, although I haven't finished reading all the digital copies he gave me. Phil, don't forget my address. Still waiting for Xmas presents and upcoming birthday presents. Scott, I didn't know you had a house. You got an address now? Mage says a character really only needs 3 decent cards to be playable.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's Mage's thinking. I mean,
Yeah.
it works.
Right.
There's all different styles to build decks.
Yes, for sure. I put up on Substack my deck. Did you read it?
I did.
I thought you would. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I got a lot of reads on it, actually.
Yeah, I tried to like it, but it wouldn't let me. Saw your wife liked it. I tried to like it right after her.
Oh, you must not be subscribed.
No, I am.
Really? And you
I was
couldn't like
driving,
it?
so I just said,
Oh,
heck with
okay.
it. It probably was dangerous enough reading it when I was driving.
But one of the guys in the Facebook group read it and then asked why so few specials. And kind of like...
Tell me about the event.
Sean, yeah. I said mostly because of the KO.
Yeah.
You don't want to get at the KO character that you're running 5, 6, 7 specials for.
Yeah, and I saw you said you didn't go into the battle site details, right?
Yeah.
tell
Everyone
the
knows I play the Age of Apocalypse all the time. I guess I should break that down. Maybe I'll do that in my next post. That was kind of cool. I didn't realize that Substack let me put all those pictures in there, so that was really cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. John, you couldn't like it either. All right, I'm going to have to look into that and find out why you guys couldn't like it. I appreciate you reading. Larry says he's got another regional, January 18th.
Yeah.
You going?
Probably not.
That's a long way to go. Stroudsburg?
If there's $1,000 involved, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the pricing, Larry?
Larry, you got any good pricing? Yeah, I'll have to look into why Substack's not allowing likes. I wonder why I got so few likes, so many readers. 87 reads and 3 likes.
Nobody can like it.
Wow.
How'd your wife like it?
Yeah, one of them was my wife, and I think the other 2 are my kids.
Oh, really?
Corey and Jessica.
I wonder if you got it where it's only your family can do it.
No.
Yeah.
No, because
Maybe you
I'll look into it, though.
You banished me from the family?
Yeah, really, you don't have the same last name. Maybe that's why it doesn't recognize you.
Yeah.
Scott said, I didn't like it either. Yeah, you didn't like it on purpose, though, Scott. We got to get Chris. Where's Chris been hiding?
He did call me
I miss
last week or the week before.
Yeah?
We talked for like 15 or 20 minutes, and I was busy for Christmas. I told him I'd have to call him back, but I haven't done it yet.
We got to get him back in his chats once in a
He
while.
wants me to come down, check out the new art studio, and he lives above it now, so.
Is he like there 24/7?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, he says it's like a dream come true for him, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
So
We're friends on Facebook. I don't know if I got his phone number, but I ought to reach out to him.
I can send it if you don't. But
Okay. We're 15 minutes in. How many viewers we got right now?
I see 12. but
12.
Could be 11.
4 likes. Hey guys, give us a like. No?
Okay.
It helps the algorithm. Where's Josh? Florida Josh, where you at? There's the goat. All right.
Mountain Podcast.
How many people are you expecting in Stroudsburg, Rev? He's hoping to get 8.
So you can make it a ranked tournament.
Yeah, he needs at least 8. I'd like to see 12.
You going out?
No, not me. You know I don't travel that far.
Yeah.
After an hour of driving, I'm done. I just can't do it no more.
Right ahead to the barn. Huh?
Yep. How's the goat today? Goat, I got your shirt size. Thank you very much. All 11 players that have already registered for the Champ of Champs have turned in their shirt sizes.
7 going so far.
Wow, Rev, you got 7 already. All right. Scott says, Chris has a very good setup for him. I'm really happy for him. That's great. Yep. I'm glad he's doing good. Brett says, Stroudsburg is just too far of a drive, or I would make the trip. I don't even know where Stroudsburg is, but we looked it up on the maps.
Said it was in the Poconos or something.
It was a
like that,
long
so
drive.
8 hours or something.
Yeah,
7
it
hours.
seems like it was. I guess you could fly. If it's in the Poconos, there's got to be an airport close by the Poconos, right? I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
May says the Philly Area Gaming Convention is that weekend as well. That's interesting.
Going down to that, Sean?
Is the Philly Area Gaming, is that the name of it? Or is it PAX East? I don't know. Last I heard, the Lazarus guys were going to try and get into all these gaming conventions next year. We'll see what happens. There's 2 PAX, East and West, Origins, Gen Con. I think they're going to try and go back to New York Comic Con. And I know Carbo really wants us to run an event at the Big Apple. So,
And that's only one time this year, right? November?
right.
When is it?
It's
right around Thanksgiving?
It's the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Why yuck?
Tough to leave.
No.
I mean,
You
it's
could
tough
have
for
left
me.
this year.
Yeah, maybe. Remember I had... Christina was coming in town. I couldn't leave.
Oh.
My wife would have shot me.
Yeah. Well, that was a good reason not to leave.
Right.
I mean, it's not like this. Well, I don't know. You might be busy with 2 stores next year. That might be too busy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Goat. Oh, glad to be back on this overpowered venture. We're glad to have you around. I know you're going to make a big presence at the Champ of Champs, right? The list says Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo. I've never heard of that one, but that don't mean a lot because I don't pay a lot of attention to things going on outside of Columbus. Merry Christmas, Ellie, and Happy New Year to you too. Come and see me again. Tell your dad to bring you up at the Champ of Champs. Scott, are you coming up Friday night to try and qualify? You were real close. What were you, 13th?
Swish, you might qualify.
Yeah. As of right now, we have 5 openings.
5 openings.
5 openings.
Because there's 11.
11 have already
Either
reserved a
qualified or-
spot. Now, they all have to show up.
Right.
Of the 11,
I think we've got 8 or 9 commitments already.
yeah, there's not too many that aren't coming.
I know Mage and the Bertrands and Marcel and myself and Sean Sawyer and I've seen all those people have committed.
And Ricky's
Josh
coming.
Alexander.
John
Ricky.
Lewis is coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
There might be only 1 or 2 spots. that I haven't
Andrew,
heard. And Phil Keffer.
Taylor, and Phil Keffer are bubbles.
Who's the other one?
Andrew from
And Phil?
Seattle and Phil Keffer.
And that's it?
That's it. I think everyone else has said, and they're coming. The Bertrands are coming.
Yeah.
The OP Goat's coming.
Yeah.
Sean's coming. Ricky's coming.
Both
Lewis
Seans.
is coming. Sean Sawyer's coming.
And Josh.
And Josh Alexander's coming.
Yeah. So there could be up to 7 spots, I guess.
Yes, could be 7 spots open. But the good news is, if you don't qualify for the Champ of Champs, there's still going to be a tournament for you to play in. And we'll do a tournament for the rest of us, which would include me, but it won't. Because I'm going to be running the events. I will not be playing all weekend. Yeah.
Strasburg's north of Philly. Oh, wow.
Oh, Philly's a long road. And 2
That's
hours
7
north
hours.
of Philly.
That's
You'd
7
have to-
hours of Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Well, you know, hopefully there's enough players on the east side. He's already got 7. He just needs 1 more.
Yeah. Bring your boy.
Yeah, get Jason.
He might be part of the 7, though.
Yeah, Larry, is Jason going to come to the Champ of Champs this year? I know he backed out of the OP Cup at the last minute this year for some reason. I can't remember why. But maybe he can make the Champ of Champs. The tournament for the rest of us will be a lot of fun, too. There's a lot going on. Felipe will be here selling books, autographing books, and playing. He is going to play, I think, Friday and Saturday. And he's going to be in early enough Friday that he can play at Friday's event. And then he's going to play in whatever one he can get in on Saturday.
Yeah.
If he qualifies for the Champ of Champs, he'll play in that one. If he doesn't, he'll play with the rest of us. I should have the shirt designs real soon. Today, I meant to create the Facebook events for all 3 events, the last minute qualifier, the tournament for the rest of us, and the Champ of Champs. But Jessica and I started sorting over power cards. We're going to try and get them on the website today. And we got them all organized, and we were just about to start taking pictures, and we ran out of time. And then as soon as we did, somebody bought like 32 or 36 overpower cards off our website. Right.
Immediately.
5:45 tonight.
Really?
Yeah. And good stuff too. I can't remember who it was. It's somebody I know just from the YouTube and stuff. I can't remember who it was now. But he bought a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I sold a couple cards recently.
You're going to have to make sure you bring some with you to the Champ of Champs.
Oh, I got plenty of them.
Okay.
So many.
I don't have a lot of good DC cards to sell. So
I've got everything.
yeah,
in the
bring a
binder
lot of good
that's-
DC cards.
I've got. I don't know. Are there any good DC cards?
Yeah, the Ray's got a 9.
Okay. There's one good.
Superman's 11? Yeah, it don't sell for a whole lot.
No, I mean, you want to spend 21 points on a Max 7 character?
Yeah.
He's playable, I think.
Flash tapping the Speed Force and Robin's
Surfing the net.
Surfing the Net. Those would be some good ones to bring. I don't have.
Brainiac's Brain Drain.
Yeah, I got that one. Jessica laughed when she read that name. But, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of cards for sale. There's going to be tournaments all weekend. Pizza Friday night and Saturday night. Saturday lunch, you'll kind of be on your own if you want to grab something before the pizza. We'll probably do pizza after the event and after the Swiss and before the single LM. We'll have it all scheduled out when you get here, though.
How many rounds we playing? 5, like we did last year?
Is
5
that
or
what-
6, I think. I think we played 5.
5
I
on
think.
Saturday?
Yeah, we played 5 rounds, and then it went to the top 8, I think.
Oh, maybe that was what. Yes, I think that is
It's
what
kind of
we
what I
did.
remember. But
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're just going to keep hyping it. We'll dribble out all the information. We don't want to give it to you all at once. Make you keep coming back. We're working on prizing. There's going to be some nice prizes. You guys, you know how close we are to having the new cards before that event?
Oh, I think, will they be out?
Probably not. But we're going to be within a couple weeks of it.
I've heard we might be having them.
You think in February?
That's what they're saying. They could be.
I haven't heard anything from the guys. Man.
Just the rumor mill.
Okay. I've reached out to them a couple times, but they're really busy.
Printing cards.
Yep. And address labels. They got a lot of cards to ship. Although,
Yeah, how many backers they ended up? 700 or 800?
Yeah.
Something like that?
yeah, it was over 700.
Yeah.
You know who they're using for full fulfillment? Cardio. The
Yeah.
same company that's going to run the tournament software for us. So it's all looking good. John says PAX East Boston in May, PAX Unplugged November in Philly, Gen Con in August in Indianapolis. I hope we have events at all of them. I know you're doing something for Origins. Looking forward to big things. Yep, I think they're going to be at all of those. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to Champs, but it will be a last-minute decision. There's not a Magic pre-release that weekend, is there? It seems like there's always a Magic pre-release when John wants to do something.
Yeah.
I hope you can make it, John. It's going to be fun.
I think Al Spader, I thought. I saw.
Al's coming.
Yeah.
Yep, Al's coming.
He's driving, right?
That's the rumor. Yeah, he's driving. He's going to stop, pick somebody up on the way.
I saw a little question, too, from somebody I don't know that, asked if there was other events or if you have to qualify.
Yes, and I
saw
replied
you made
to
a whole
him.
post.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I got to get those events up so that people understand it. If you don't qualify for the Champ of Champs, there's still a tournament for you to play in on Saturday, and it's free.
Right.
Free to play.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. It's just our way of giving back to the community. And we're going to live stream some games. Haven't heard from Lazarus if they want to live stream this one or not. They may be too busy with everything that's going on. Although I think they're all coming.
I know McMillan and
And
Sawyer's
Joe-
coming.
McMillan, Sean, and Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know about Keith.
Yeah. And you don't know about Ron.
I'm trying to get Ron. Yeah. Ron said he's a maybe. But, Ron's never been to Columbus, so he needs to come and see what
I
it's like.
hope the Costas make it.
Yes, I'm sure they will.
I'm sure one will at least.
Yeah, I bet they both will. And Stefan, although he's not in the chat tonight,
Is he going to be here?
he'll be here. He'll be here. And we'll just see. I'd love to break another record.
40? 43?
Yeah. How many they have in Boston?
42, I believe.
42. So we need 43, guys.
That's a lot.
Help us get there. Yeah. Well, we're going to have 16 in the Champ of Champs,
Right.
and then we need another 30. We're at 46. We'll smash the record.
You
I
might
think
have to play.
Yeah, we got plenty of room for you.
Got to get Jessie and her husband to play by then.
Oh, you know what? Are you coming Wednesday?
I don't think I can. We're doing another Christmas party at Adams.
At Adams?
Yeah, mother-in-law had to cancel Christmas because she had diverticulitis or whatever. She was in the hospital.
I don't even know what that is.
Something
It
where
sounds
your-
serious, though.
Something where your stomach hurts from eating too many nuts or something.
What?
I don't know.
Huh.
Something
Never
with
heard-
your intestines that
Never heard of
is
it.
painful.
All right.
So she was out of the hospital, I think, the night before Christmas, and then she said she just didn't feel like coming because she was wore out. And it's her birthday on January 1st, so we said, well, we'll just do Christmas and your birthday all together.
Yeah, what time you meeting
1
over there?
o'clock.
1 o'clock.
And you
All
said
right.
you wanted to meet at 1 or 2, didn't you?
We're going to do it from 1 until 2 o'clock.
Oh, 1 until 2?
Yep.
So I'm definitely out.
AJ's coming. He can only stay till like 2:30. And I said, what? Anthony comes into work at 1 o'clock, and that'll free Jessica up that she can come back here and we can do it.
I got you.
I guess we could do it earlier because we might not be that busy.
Yeah, New Year's Day.
All right.
I could do it at like 9
No, that's too early. I ain't
Too
coming.
early?
9. Maybe we do 11, 10.
or I could do that.
All right, let me work on it.
And then shoot over to Adams. As long as I'm there by 1.
Okay,
Or
so we are
12:45.
finally doing our long-awaited Learn to Play video. We are bringing in 2 players that have never played a game of Overpower, and we are going to record teaching them how to play. We're going to start from the very basics and work our way up and let them actually do a little playing. I'm hoping that we can keep it to an hour. An hour-long video. It's not going to be a live stream, although maybe. I guess we could. I'll see how they feel about doing it, learning live. That might be too much pressure. But
If you have somebody seasoned sitting beside them.
yeah, well, you, me, and AJ, I think we can train them.
Yeah.
Oh, Larry's leaving already. I thought Larry was going to do the
Larry, you're not doing your biggest sales of the year?
sales of the year.
You must have wanted to do it in the first half hour.
Oh, Sean says that whatever that disease is, it's not fun. I had it for a week after I got back from Boston. What? Wow. It
Yeah, I
can
have
lead
no
to
idea
very
what it
bad
is.
complications, including infection or bowel obstruction. Oh, that just sounds awful.
Yeah, it's something that attaches to the lining of your intestine, and then it's painful because the waste
Everything
isn't
drags
coming
it.
through properly anyway.
Yeah. Did she really get it from eating nuts?
I know that's what it's caused from. I don't
Oh,
know. I think once you have it though, like you always have to be careful.
it's one of those things that doesn't totally go away.
Right.
Wow. Awful.
You have to watch your diet after that for sure.
Wow. Okay. I could give up peanuts.
I like peanuts.
I do too, but something that serious, I'd give them up.
Yeah.
It's not like giving up popcorn or something, you know. I'd giving up popcorn.
That's one of the things that causes it.
What?
Popcorn and peanuts, yeah. Because it's something to do with the kernels don't really digest right.
Wait.
So they attach to the lining of your walls. Like the kernels don't break down.
Yeah. Why are you eating kernels in your popcorn?
I eat the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, you got the hull and the popcorn.
Yeah.
And so like that doesn't digest properly.
Wow.
And so it can stick to your lining in your gut.
Huh. All right.
So-
I guess I better cut back on the popcorn. I'm
Nah.
not going to quit.
I wouldn't highly recommend it until you get it.
It's an inflammation of pouches in the intestinal wall. Scott says, so Grove City is best for hotels.
Correct.
Grove City, 20 minutes,
10,
10,
12.
depending on how fast you drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very far. It's only like 2 exits up.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Everything's in moderation and eat lots of fiber. Yep, everything in moderation for sure, except pretzels and popcorn. Eat all you want.
And peanuts.
Oh man, I could live on popcorn and pretzels, but hey, I haven't tried to. I'm just saying, I think I could.
I'm pretty sure you could.
I think I could. Wow, we haven't seen Florida Josh tonight.
Yeah, where's Josh? Where's Howard?
Oh, and Howard. I was really hoping Howard. I meant to message him today.
And now we get no Ricky because of
what?
that game that you said he plays.
Oh, Monday night he went to
Arthurian
play
Legends.
Sorcery.
Sorcery. Yeah.
We sold out of Arthurian Legends again today. A lady wanted it so bad she bought the one sealed box and the box of loose packs we had on the counter.
Everything.
Yep, she bought it. I said, I'll take it all.
Wow.
I was like, crap. So that's like the third time we've sold out.
Well, I guess it's a good thing.
Yes. So I ordered 4 more boxes. We'll see what happens. John, have you had anybody ask you for Arthurian Legends yet? Sean says everything in moderation, except moderation.
I like it, Sean.
I do too. You should be able to get a decent hotel in Grove City. There's tons of them over there, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't cost you too much.
Or if you want to feel like you're riding from Cincinnati, you can just stay with me.
There you go. It's a free entry, so hopefully you can take that entry fee money and apply it to a hotel.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of just renting a big B&B and letting everybody crash, and then just pay whatever. Yeah, it'd be cheaper than the hotel for everybody.
It would be, but how big of one could you find in Columbus?
Pretty big, I would
You
think.
think?
Yeah, well, I think you can do at least 10, 12, 14 people.
That's pretty big.
Yeah,
I know that a lot of guys get that comic book house.
right. That doesn't hold near as many.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay.
I think it's only 3 or 4 bedrooms. Unless you
Yeah.
have a spouse, you don't want to have everybody in one room, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. How about Dave and them? Dave and his wife. We heard anything from them?
I haven't heard from them in a long
I
time.
wonder if they're coming.
They only came to one event all year, I think, right? Just a Peace Bridge. And I
Yeah.
don't think was Dave even there?
Yeah, he
Or
was
just
there.
Nicola?
No, he was there.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that was the only one they make. Well, she had that accident right before that one.
Right. So she was having a hard time concentrating on cars or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know she does a lot of Disney stuff.
No.
And
Yeah.
so she'll probably be down there in January when I'm there with Laura.
Which is the week before or the week after?
No, it's
Oh,
January.
wait a minute. January. There's something going. What's going on the third week of January? I don't know. I'm just confused, I guess. All right. John says we got 15 more boxes of Arthurian Legends and sold out in 2 days. Our first
many?
40 took about a week to sell. Southern Hobby is out again, I think. I just ordered them from them today, John. I think they got it. It didn't say it was out of stock when I placed the order. You got 40 on the first wave? Wow.
Took a week to sell, he said.
Yeah, that's
So they just have a big gaming community, it sounds like.
yeah, it sure does. I'd love to sell 40 in a week,
Yeah.
even 2 weeks. I sell One Piece that quick, but not Sorcery. What are the start times for Friday and Saturday? What time you coming, Scott? We'll start an hour before you get here. Friday night is going to be 6 o'clock, and Saturday morning will be 10 o'clock. And I hope you can make it. I hope that's not too early for you. Marcel says when he arrives. Marcel, are you coming down with the Bertrands and Sean? Because I hope you guys come early. Hang out a little bit before we got to start playing the tournament. John says New York was out. Nashville might have some. I can't remember which warehouse I get them out of. I think out of Chicago. But, yep, they had them. We'll see how it goes. They sent me like all kind of tournament kits. And we don't even play it in the store. Nobody's wanted to play.
Really?
Yeah.
Just buy it and leave.
Yeah, I guess we're selling it from people like out of the area. They come in for conventions and say, holy cow, you got Arthurian Legends? Give me some. And they're gone. Stop it, Scott. We don't want Marcel stopped at the border again. He had a hard time the last time that happened.
Yeah.
But we want to see all the Canadians come down nice and early. Yeah, I was going to ask Howard some questions about now.
haven't
He's
seen
not
Howard.
on. Maybe he'll pop on here shortly.
Let me see if we can
Yeah.
find a little Howard here.
Let's see what's going on with the now. Oh, and Josh Alexander hasn't been on either. 30 universities? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. 30. And what kind of mileage is that? Yeah, you're definitely in a very big city. Columbus is pretty big, but it ain't that big.
I think we're the 13th biggest city in the U.S.
13th, what's Boston?
No, it's way
Boston.
down, I think.
It's what?
It's way below us, I think.
Below us?
Yeah.
Huh. We don't have as many universities.
No, yeah, they have way more universities.
This guy says transporting goods across lines is illegal. Yeah, that might be what got him in trouble the last time.
Not when you have the passport that says the goat.
Yeah. I wanted to see what was going on with now, how early they're going to start with the, it's going to be in Texas. I think it's going to be in Texas this time, right?
Yeah, they're trying in April, I think.
30 in the Metro Boston. That's amazing. Okay. You think it might be when? Got it?
Early April.
Early April. February, March, April. Okay.
But see, Josh was trying to wait until we heard something from LRG.
To see when they were going to start their events.
Right. Or when their stuff's actually going to release in case they want to run some sort of simultaneous event to correlate with it. But I don't know. Last I talked to Howard was not last week, but last Monday. I talked to him after the podcast.
We didn't do one last Monday.
That's what I meant, the prior Monday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And they hadn't set anything up yet.
And he had him and Joe had been talking briefly, but
Okay.
they were trying to set up an official meeting. We didn't know whether to let Joe in because we were thinking John might take over the now event for Boston.
Yes. Hopefully John does.
'Cause
John.
he has the space for it.
Yeah. As long as there's no Magic pre-release that weekend.
Right, but I mean, he knows when that would be, so he could correlate it based on when he's available or when the store's available. That's why we wanted John to take over,
Yeah.
especially since Joe and him really can't partake in playing in the events, I'm guessing. They could to now, but
They could now, but not Lazarus. Boston's population is around 700,000, but it's about 2.1 million during the workday. Lots of commuters. Holy
yeah, see, I
cow.
think that's a lot of people are coming from New York and Philly and all kinds of areas.
Yeah, okay. And do you get a lot of foot traffic? Most of the people that come to our store have to drive.
I think Columbus just eclipsed, what, a little over 900K?
What's that?
Columbus is a little over 900,000.
Oh, we're not over a million
We
yet?
might just may have just hit 1 million, yeah. We just passed Indianapolis.
Oh, wow, I didn't know
They
it was that big.
flip flopped.
Okay,
Columbus was either 13th or 14th, and then it flip flopped with Indy.
okay, cool.
We're the fastest growing city in America right now.
Nice. I love Columbus.
It's okay.
I love it. I love it. It's got everything we need.
Yeah, it's getting too crowded.
Well, I live in the burbs, so yeah, I don't know. I like it downtown a lot. Obviously, that's where our store is.
Right.
But I think Corey and Justice would like to move downtown. They would love to live downtown.
Yeah, they talked about it.
And Jessica and Nord, they do live 5 minutes from the store.
Right.
So they love it too.
Yeah, I mean, if I lived in Columbus, it would be downtown.
Yeah.
I would get one of these high-rise condos or something. And
Yeah,
just look out the city and see the river and,
Get one of
the
new
university.
ones. Yeah.
One, you could see Ohio State campus or something and
Yeah.
watch the ball games from there.
That would be pretty
A
cool.
little miniature.
John says he's already agreed to do it. That's awesome, John. Thank you.
Thanks for stepping up, John.
Yeah, and he's got lots of foot traffic.
Yeah.
So you're going to push Overpower really big. You might become the #1 store in the nation. I hope you ordered a lot on the Kickstarter.
I think they want the national event to be there.
At John's store?
Or in the Boston area, yeah. So I don't know exactly where his store is, but
That would be cool. And then I saw on Facebook where 3 distributors are going to be distributing the game without the Kickstarter logo on them. GTS, was it ADC, and another distributor in Canada.
yeah.
So we should be able to get plenty of product once the game is out. It's kind of interesting. Well, I can't wait to see how that all works out. We use GTS, so we'll be able to get as much of it as we want.
Wonder how much they're going to produce.
Yeah,
It's
that's.
going to be like the original Overpower.
Oh heavens, no! Don't do that to me. We don't want to be opening sale boxes 30 years from now and
Right.
buying them for $24 on eBay. It's like that one guy somebody posted on the Facebook page where he got like a mission control box and he was all excited to open it. And it's like, you know what? It's still fun to crack those boxes, and that one is the cheapest one. So
If
go
that's
for
one
it.
you're going to open, that's the one.
Yeah, go for it. Open it and have fun. John says,
Who would
we
you
see-
play out of that set?
What-
Mission Control. Who would you play out there?
Who would I put? Well,
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, the Sentinels, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the best too.
Yeah.
Quicksilver's decent,
Yep. Well,
but he was a max 6 there.
Yeah, he wasn't decent until IQ.
Right. I mean he's decent to play, but
I got a sneeze coming up.
uh-oh.
Excuse me, guys. Doc Samson, maybe.
Oh yeah, he got a little upgrade. He was a
Yeah.
little Iceman.
Dang.
But a lot of nice events in there.
Yeah, all the events,
Mhm.
all the good ones.
Yeah.
Wow. John says, we seek 200 max and prefer to keep it under 80.
Yes, you do. Ooh,
Nationals
that's
is bigger than that.
Big burn there.
Yeah, sorry.
Carlos.
Scott, our rivalry only worked when you were good at the game. Wow. Wow. Scott says, I use Phil and Chris's extras. Scott, you got to buy some of the new stuff, though, right? I don't know. I'm still excited. I'll be ready to play.
You will.
Yeah, I'll be ready. 100 max. You might not be big enough, John. You said 200 max.
Typo.
Is that a typo? Yeah, maybe that was a typo.
Memory always has a typo.
He removes a lot of messages. We could seat 164.
64. 64.
I think is our max here. Fumble thumbs over here. That's all right, John. We understand. So we have a bigger play space than John. We just don't have all the players to fill it like he does.
What happens if we go to the food court? We could probably do what? 800?
800. The food court seats a little over 100.
I mean, we could always rent out a big
Oh yeah, we got,
Exhi-
there's
exhibition
plenty of
hall.
places. Yes,
Yeah.
there's plenty of places to rent.
Battelle Grand. How big's that? I mean,
I,
5,000 people. I know come
well,
through those Comic Cons.
Yu-Gi-Oh events seat 500 people that come here,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't be a problem. We have places to play here.
You've had Pokemon Nationals, everything here, right?
Yep. Pokemon Nationals takes only Hall A and B, and we have halls A through D,
D. Right.
and then lots of side rooms.
Yeah.
So it just
I
gets
don't think
expensive.
Overpower ever has to worry about
Yeah,
using
I-
all those rooms.
I don't want to rent a place.
Yeah.
Now, if we were to get a big event and it looked like we're going to have 200 people, we would have to rent other rooms somehow.
Yeah. Go to World Harvest.
Austin would be okay with it. I don't know about his dad, but we'd work it out. I mean, the convention center normally is pretty good about working with us, although they're giving me a hassle right now.
Could be at Phil's pad.
We could move down to the country if we have it in the summer, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to go down there in the wintertime.
Nah, it'd be a little rough driving.
Yeah, just in case. Scott says the guy that doesn't have a winning record versus me.
This is gonna go for a while.
Marcel, do you have a losing record against Scott? That's interesting.
He says he's never lost to Marcel or Phil, I think. Or maybe it's just
Scott
Phil.
has never lost to Marcel?
At least Phil, he says. I think Marcel was in the mix too. And you've never lost to Scotty, right? In a tournament.
No, I've never lost to Scott.
I don't think any of us have lost to Scotty in a tournament. It's never Swiss, so he never gets to beat us.
Right. Scott did beat me that one Sunday. We came up and live streamed. He finally, but I think he lost 5 games before him. He was like 1-5 that day. But I was playing Neron. I still enjoy playing Neron. It's so much fun because people get frustrated if they can't beat a Neron deck. That's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
But
Neron's all right.
he's all right. He's only all right.
Right.
He needs a nice big one per deck.
Yeah.
A draw 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for
That'd
20
do it, right?
for 21 points, you need something.
Right.
Although he plays massive teamwork, he's good.
Yeah. I
I
still.
mean, you're a teamwork fanatic. So.
I know. I like the teamwork.
Yeah.
It makes your negate useless. You know, sit over there on your negate. You're not going to play it this hand.
Yeah. Just negate the white tiger that comes out.
What? John says, I've also never lost to Marcel.
Never played him.
Sample size is only one game, though.
Oh, he beat Marcel too?
That's what he's saying.
All right.
What did you guys play in Boston? Yeah, that's right. I think he did.
He
No,
wasn't-
John
he-
wasn't there in Boston.
Not this event in Boston.
So
It
what,
could have been in Boston.
the year before?
I know in 19 they were there. I had
Sean says Neron is worthy. His grit is solid and his specials are good. I agree. I love it. Overpower Mountain Podcast. Click the link, Scott. We will get you there.
sign up today, Scotty.
Guys, if you haven't tuned in to Marcel's podcast, Overpower Mountain Podcast, I like to turn it on while it's playing in the background and I'm doing other stuff. But it's fun. You'll learn something.
Yeah, I think it's really good. A lot of
A
information.
lot of information.
Yeah.
The one thing that is not Marcel like is he talks nice about other players and their decks instead of just telling everybody how good his deck is. Which, I'd rather hear him tell us about how good his deck is. But it's a lot of fun.
I think he went into some of his deck ideas.
Yeah.
In one of the podcasts I heard. He brought me up in one of them, but didn't mention my name, so I appreciate that.
He didn't mention your name.
Which was good,
Wow.
because I cheated him.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping Marcel will do a podcast with us when he's up for the Champ of Champs.
Sure he would.
I hope so. John says, Boston, a few years ago, he was playing the Dracula deck, and I played Cadillac and won in 2 hands.
Oh, yeah. He did play a Sentinel Scarlet Witch Dracula deck.
Ah.
We all beat him in 2 hands. But no, actually, I think he was the only one that beat Tyler that day.
Say it again.
I think-
Dracula, Sentinels.
Scarlet Witch and Old Spider Woman, I think.
Really?
It's a good deck.
Power Pack's a little wonky, but yeah.
I mean, you got energy.
And-
You got energy with Sentinels and Witch.
And he lost a lot, huh?
Oh, I don't know if he lost a lot. He lost to me in the single limb.
Okay.
I think the first round of single limb we played, maybe the second round, but I wouldn't say he lost a lot. He did beat Tyler, who won the event.
Okay. Well, John says he made the top 8 and lost to Derek in the first round of single limb.
And I lost to Tyler in the finals with Iron Man.
Okay.
But
Was Tyler playing Dracula?
yeah, I bet 5, but it wasn't for the win, and I had the hand easily won. But he conceded before I could get my Devour Worlds in play. I had the no activator event and Devour in the same hand.
It's 5 all you could go.
5's all I could bet. Yeah. Venture, sorry. 5's all I could venture.
Yeah.
We don't bet.
We don't bet. We're not gamblers, right?
I am.
Yeah, I know. I can't even blame you for Corey gambling. It's all Josiah. Josiah's coming to Champ of Champs.
Yeah.
He's going to play Friday and Saturday.
He's playing a good deck.
He's got a pretty good deck built. Yeah, I like it. Who else is coming? Jesse, my buddy Jesse, and Noah. I think Noah and Jesse are coming down.
Noah.
Noah's Jesse's buddy. They've been buying a lot of cards off of me online.
Okay.
So they're coming. I think they're in Michigan. I can't remember now. I sent Jesse all those packages. I can't remember where he's from. Hey guys, I'll give you a little heads up too. We are about to put a lot of cards up on our website, heroesandgames.com. Just do a search for Overpower, and we're going to be loading up a lot of singles here shortly. We're hoping to get some up tomorrow. It will literally take us probably 3 or 4 days to get them all up. It's mostly Marvel.
Wow. A lot of cards.
There's a lot there, yeah. We got most of the image stuff already on there. There's only a little bit more image to go up. If there's anything that you're looking for, let me know, and I'll try and put it up online for you. Prices that you're going to love. Scott says, I'm still not sure what to play.
You don't have any cards, Scotty. You don't got much choice.
You'll play whatever we build you. I think you got to play Neron. Play Neron, Mr. Fantastic, and Dark Beast.
Or regular beast.
Or regular Beast if you want. And Silver Sable in reserve.
Or Old Spider Woman, yeah. Depends what he wants.
Silver Sable. Let's go Silver Sable. There you go, Scotty. We just made you a deck. You can play Onslaught Citadel with it. Have a whole lot of fun.
Won't win, but You'll have a lot of fun.
Scotty's got to play the Cadillac, right? Or the Escalade.
Yeah.
He's got to play the Escalade. Is any chance of Chris coming?
Yeah, I think Chris is coming.
Oh, well, then Scott don't have a deck because Chris will be playing Scott's deck.
Build him a deck.
Oh, you can build it?
I've built him the last 15 decks for every one of his tournaments.
Scott says probably something with multiple A next. Yeah,
Probably.
I've heard that.
It works pretty well.
Yeah. A next and B next. I like that, Scott. Mate says Nightwing, Warlock, and Rhino.
Be a tough one.
Yeah. Run Warlock on the front line and run the KO event.
I'm thinking of playing a Warlock deck. Not regular Warlock.
Adam Warlock. I was looking at him.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. I did too.
Imagine if you play the
He's a
Wundagore Mountain.
Is he 20 points?
Yeah, he's 20.
Yeah.
He's worth it.
Yeah.
He's got that detachment.
Which is
Opponent discard 3 cards from your hand. Then you play it from Wundagore Mountain with Colossus.
holy cow.
Then you play Green Goblin, who makes you do 3 cards that are placed.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're both 20s. You may just want to play Daily Bugle.
Daily Bugle's tough.
Yeah, it's
Got some nice cards.
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, yeah.
So you can bump somebody to a 7, shrink 7 intellect,
Yeah.
draw a card.
Draw a card.
Then you make them discard 3 cards with Green Goblin. Then Adam Warlock makes you pitch 3 from your hand. I mean, you're pitching all kinds of cards,
Yeah.
but
If you can get him through.
you got to get them through. Yeah, you got to play the no negate event.
This guy says I'm Batman. As mean as Scott has been to you guys, you should build him a Nightwing deck. You're right, John, we should. And Sean says Adam Warlock is good. He's on one of my contender decks for CFC. Awesome.
Now, he's very, very good,
I've always liked the character.
and he's got the Soul Gem, so you can
Right.
play that and then lock him
And
out.
he's got one of my favorite cards, a 3 fighting. Each frontline teammate may make 1 additional attack.
Invisible Woman.
Yep,
You like it because it's like a teamwork. A special
exactly.
teamwork.
It's a chain.
Yeah.
It's a chain. I love those chains.
Yeah.
All right, I'd be curious to see what you're going to play with Warlock. Whew. Oh,
I really like Adam Warlock.
yeah, you probably have to go with X Babies.
Hmm?
Play that.
Messes up your intellect.
They don't have intellect.
I know. Adam Warlock's a 6 intellect, though.
Well,
I guess you could bump up the babies to a 7 intellect, though, and draw a card. With
Green Goblin. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the diversity right now. We got a lot of diverse stuff.
Yeah, you can play Fantastic Warlock and babies, right?
Oh, whew. Yeah, I like that. You're way under in points, though. So you're going to play Spartan Trading Ground,
Armory.
Armory.
Although I think the babies, they're better with the training ground, honestly. Because they're not a 6. They can't
Right.
use any of them. But if you bump them with Goblin, then they can play.
Interesting. I hope you guys are coming with
There's
some
just so
new
many
decks,
good
too.
ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we can't get rid of MOE.
Well,
It's too good.
there's a lot of good stuff there that I hope when they get a Marvel license, they start reprinting it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see one whole set of nothing but a reprint of MOE. I'd like to see a set that has some MOE sprinkled in,
Yeah.
and then a second set with a little bit of more MOE.
But I mean, look how many characters it made playable.
Yeah,
Juggernaut, Green Goblin, the Hand.
yep,
None of those characters were playable prior to MOE.
right. Yeah, the
I mean,
hands
maybe
were-
Juggernaut probably was. But
Yeah, he was borderline.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Battering Ram in a 7's good. And Raze is very
Rays,
good.
yeah.
But, I mean, Raze wasn't good until they came out with those new home bases.
Right.
Or locations, whatever you want to call them.
So I hope you guys are coming with some new decks. It is not a rated tournament, so it's just
Free
for
to
fun.
explore, yeah.
Play whatever you think is good, and
But there is money on the line for the COC event.
there is. But you know what? It's a free event, so
Right.
come and play. And if you don't do well, you're out after 3 rounds, and just drop out of the tournament if you want and go play side games.
Right.
It's going to be a fun weekend. We're going to start playing whenever the first guy shows up on Friday. And we're not going to stop until probably midnight on Saturday. And we went after midnight on the
Yeah.
OP Cup, didn't we?
Yeah.
I hope we don't stay that late on Friday. We can also play on Sunday. If you guys are going to spend the night again Saturday night, come to the room. We'll open the room up and play some more. And Mage says the hand and jugs were totally playable.
The hand was not. He's going to say they're playable because of all the teamworks.
Yeah.
And that's why you would say yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing the hand even back before.
You didn't have anything but snake root.
The 6 and the 8. 6 to defend.
They're all
Some
any-
people will attack them. Sometimes.
They're all any powers.
Yeah, that I do hate all the any powers. But it's the right combination, an 8's an 8.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Can you play Power Leech and Grim Reaper?
You can, Scotty. 2 A-Nexes and 2.
And a Power Leech and a Grim Reaper
And
on the
draw
same
3.
deck? Yeah.
And your fairy protection.
You'll need that fairy protection.
One of the teams probably played Bastion and Merlin too.
Yeah. Mage says you have no imaginations. The hand was a 19 point with an 8 and a 6 with usable cards.
No,
Not
I get
broken,
it.
but usable. I used to play the hand all the time. I loved them.
Yeah.
I don't think
they were average.
Yeah, they don't dominate anything,
No.
but they're an 8 fighting.
They're good with Heroes for Hire. But everybody's good
Who
with
isn't?
Yeah. I mean, they're good with like a Starjammers type stuff. Because you're throwing big attacks, but
Right.
you still have no defense.
I even
That's the
put
problem with fighting decks in general.
I put Deathlock on a team with Heroes for Hire, and it was still a decent team. But it wasn't because Deathlock was on it. And it was just because nobody paid any attention to Deathlock.
Yeah, so you sneak a JW through every once in a while.
Right. But it wasn't a competitive deck.
Right. It's a funsy deck.
It will. Maybe I'll play that on Saturday instead of running the event. Let Jessica run the event. No, I can't do that. Not dominating doesn't equal not usable. I agree.
Okay.
I agree. There are fun decks, there are competitive decks, and there are winning decks.
Right. He's not a winning deck.
The hand was not
At that point, he wasn't.
Yeah,
He might
it's-
be now with Bakudo and pick up your power card and
Madam
attack
Go.
down.
That card is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the one's really, really good because it keeps going back in the deck.
Yeah.
And you can only negate it.
Right.
And you draw a card and attack. I mean, that's super powerful.
Yeah. And that's one of the ways, if you have a negate, I will play that quickly
make you
just to
negate it.
get your negate out.
Yeah.
And then if I have anything specials that I want to do, I'm usually pretty good to go with
But
that.
I mean, if you get to the power pack with that Bakudo, it's
Stop it, Chris. I
Nightmare.
mean, Scott. Chris likes to play Bastion against battle sites. Yeah. Chris isn't going to play Bastion anymore. He's going to have to go with the new card
yeah.
that doesn't allow him to place it. But you know what?
It's because he built Scotty's deck. And
Yeah. Scotty just kind of sabotaged Chris. Didn't tell him he wasn't allowed to place Bastion against battle sites.
I was rubbing salt in the wound. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, Chris had a good run up there in Canada, that's for sure.
Chris is a very good player.
Yep.
He quit. He'd lay off the little
And he's still
peach schnapps or whatever.
he's still alcohol free, ain't he?
I don't know.
I-
I never know with Chris.
Yeah. No. Last time I talked to him, he wasn't drinking at all.
Yeah.
Mage says they should just allow Bastion and Merlin together and be done with it because they are essentially different.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
They're both any hero negates, right?
Yeah, but you can't place the Bastion unless you're playing against any hero deck,
Yeah.
because then it becomes useless. But it would give you 2 negates. I mean, you wouldn't need a negate on your front line. You might like it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Chris mismatched my power card art. He messed you all up, didn't he?
Yeah, you were named against somebody because of
Sean,
Tyler, I think.
I don't know that I like that. They are technically different.
Yeah, but LRG did that on purpose to get rid of Bastion.
Yeah. Well, actually, once LRG, I hate this part, but once their cards are released, all of our old cards are going only in the old format.
Right.
But you could bring LRG into the old format.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, what they want to do.
They?
The owners.
You think LRG wants to?
I think so.
I
'Cause
don't
if not, they got a bunch of useless cards themselves.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
But they need the big licensing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what they can get with the IPs.
I'm just hoping they get to Marvel. When they get to Marvel,
I'd be happy with DC and just reboot the whole thing.
DC.
Oh, I love DC. The
Man,
characters are
yeah,
just as iconic.
they would get all new specials, that's for sure, because the ones they got are crappy and ain't nobody going to
what I
reprint
mean.
anything like that.
So you could just reboot the whole thing.
Yeah.
New stats, new specials.
All right. Nah, I still want Marvel. I like the way Overpower originally to Marvel than a DC, which is kind of where HeroClix ended up going.
Marvel, DC.
Two Marvels and a DC set.
Yeah.
So,
They have collateral
gotta go.
damage.
Happy New Year, Scott. We'll see you, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Have a good night, Scotty.
Sean thinks a DC license is more likely than a Marvel one, at least at first, I think.
I would think it's way easier to get.
I don't know. I think Marvel would probably. I think DC would not want to license their characters as quickly as Marvel might.
Really?
Yeah. And then if they get Marvel, then DC will say, "Oh crap, we should have done it."
That's backward thinking, though.
And I don't think so. You got to go all in for Marvel. And
No,
even
I mean that's backward thinking for a DC perspective.
they both want to protect their property pretty hard. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. We got we're up to 6 likes. Come on, guys, give us a couple more likes on your way out, will you? We appreciate it. We've been getting a lot of views over
Yeah,
the week
the
after
show.
the show comes out, so that's good. We're building up. The Overpower card game channel seems to be growing pretty good.
Yeah.
Marcel's channel is growing pretty
Yeah,
good.
it seems like he's doing well. I
He's
wonder
getting
how
a
many
lot of-
subscribers he has.
Yeah. Guys are still trying to learn how to build decks and what decks to build. So they're still wanting that content.
Yeah, I think Sean's right there.
I think Disney has more of a stranglehold on their IPs than Warner Brothers, but then I might be wrong. I'm not exactly in that world. And John says Marvel has multiple game licenses. DC only has one current one in use and another as a Euro game. Yeah, they don't license it much. So I really think Marvel is more willing. Yep, I agree, John. DC seems to be harder to work with. I don't know if they think their characters are worth a whole lot more than people are willing to pay or what, but there's not a lot out there.
And they only have, what, 8 or 10 good characters, in my opinion? I
Well-
mean, when you go with the Justice League type stuff, that's, to me, that's their iconic heroes. The
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Superman type stuff, Batman.
But in a card game, you can make anyone, including Hawkman, powerful.
Right.
And they made him pretty powerful in that movie with Black Adam. Black Adam, Shazam, whatever one
Shazam.
it was. He was a great character there. So you could take even a mediocre character in the comic and make him powerful in the game.
Yeah.
And that's all we care
I mean,
about.
look at all those characters they didn't make. I mean, Black Adam.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. Sean, did you guys like the Superman teaser? Not much.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people loving it. I didn't see a lot of people not liking
I thought it
it.
was cool seeing Crypto.
Yeah, we like Crypto, but it's like, why is he dragging Superman through the snow?
Had to. Superman had a bloody nose.
Crypto can fly.
No, maybe not with Superman.
Maybe he
in his mouth.
can't. Maybe not. Maybe he ain't strong enough to carry Superman while he flies. I don't know.
He's old, weak teeth.
Looked pretty young. To me.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
did.
young-
He looked
he's
like
a
a
young
little-
pup.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful dog. I know that.
Maybe didn't have all his powers yet.
Yeah.
Because Superman looked kind of young.
Yeah.
But too much little sappy junk with Lois, it looked like, to me.
I think they're going to try and do something with their relationship.
Yeah.
What did you think, Sean? Did you like it? John says DC is very controlling, too hands-on from what I hear.
That's why Overpower sucked with DC.
Yeah, exactly why.
Yeah.
Yep. And Marvel just seems to want to get their characters out there. They don't. They just want to flood
The market.
every market with their characters, but they want them treated right. They're not going to just give them up willy-nilly.
Yeah, I get it.
Have you guys watched Creature Commandos? It's the first official story set in the new DC universe. I haven't watched that one.
Haven't you heard of it? Have you?
It's yeah. Did you watch that one, Sean? It's
I've totally
World War
gotten out of this.
I don't know what universe it's set in, as far as it's supposed to be World War II.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like the new Superman trailer. I am cautiously optimistic.
Somebody said they saw a new movie recently. They said it was one of the worst they've ever seen.
Hollywood has been putting out a lot of crap.
No, and I mean it's either a Marvel or a DC flick, and it's like they were like, "Nah, this is almost as bad as you could get."
Crypto ripped Doomsday's throat out in a comic. He's definitely able to carry soups. Thank you, John. I just didn't understand that part. What was the reasoning of having Crypto drag Superman through the snow? Mage says, yeah, there are 5 episodes. It picks up after the events of the Suicide Squad, which is semi-canon apparently.
What's this on, Sean? Just HBO
Disney-
Max or something?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be HBO?
Amazon Prime or something?
I don't know. Sean, what channel is carrying Creature Commandos? I think it's one that I don't have. So it's not Netflix.
Yeah, I have one
I
myself.
got Amazon Prime. I think it is on Amazon Prime. But I did want to check it out. I am curious about that one. There's a lot of stuff that they put out that I have no interest in at all. But that one I did want to at least look at. Amanda Waller is forbidden from using people as expendable soldiers, so she uses monsters. Yeah. Adult Swim is carrying it. What?
Was that on regular TV then?
No. I don't
It
know.
used to be like a cartoon
Yeah,
channel
but-
on cable, I thought.
Yeah. I didn't know the Adult Swim was still around. Craven is terrible. Glad is about done with Marvel movies. Craven is probably the one you heard about. That's the most recent superhero
yeah, and
movie.
they said it was awful.
That's
Yeah, someone was saying it was like they really blew it because so much potential with like Chameleon
but they don't use Spider-Man.
yeah, I know.
They have
so-
all the Spider-Man villains, but no Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes it tough.
I got to ask Anthony if he saw Craven. He was going to go see it. Do you guys get Adult Swim, or is that a Canadian channel? I don't
It
think.
used to be a U.S. channel for sure,
Well, it used to be
like a late night cartoon. It was
Yeah, but it wasn't its own channel. It was carried by
Cartoon Network, I thought.
Cartoon Network. Yeah.
One of them,
Yeah. Craven was like supposedly a really violent, gory,
yeah. Craven?
R-rated movie.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. But
Is it like the origin of Craven?
that part I don't know. I'd have to ask someone who saw it about that.
He was kind of cool in the Spidey comics, though.
Yes. And we need a Craven character when this game gets a Marvel license.
Yeah, he's only on the 3 intellect, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely needs a card. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll have to look at violence and gore alone. Do not fray good movie make. You got that right. I'm not a violence or a gore fan.
I don't care about low violence, but
Well, it's bloody violence.
right. Yeah, the gore.
Yeah. I don't mind seeing a guy get beat up, but I don't need to see the blood splashing against the wall and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody gets their brain shot out and you see it splatter on the wall. It's like, that's
Yeah,
not...
that was always the problem with like the Batman movies. Like the Joker just took it to the extreme. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have Harvey Two-Face.
I'm going to see... What? You're going to see... Yeah. Nosferatu... What? I don't know what movie that is. I hadn't heard of that one. I will look into that. Not quite Overpower related, though it's sort of a Dracula movie. Ah, okay.
Nosferatu.
I'll look into that one too. John says, bad origin story for Craven. Some more gore than you'd expect. Plot was more of a problem. Wow. All right. The Goat says, I think LRG needs to keep some excitement going. Would love some January announcements of any sort.
You think we all would, Marcel? I don't know what's up with these guys.
It's frustrating. It really is. I did send them a text and said, I believe they're being a little too quiet. I know they're busy, but let's make some every other day, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got a new Kickstarter coming out. Talk about it.
You're about ready to release that set.
Release some cards.
Let's get
Show
excited.
something. Yeah.
If you go in the Overpower Facebook group page, What's the one thing everyone's excited for right now?
LRG?
No. Champ of Champs.
Oh, well, I mean,
They're
LRG.
more
they're
excited
excited.
about Champ of Champs than those cards because they don't know when they're going to get their cards.
Yeah, I keep seeing the same one. Hey, when are they coming? When are they coming? When are they coming? But you don't see any replies from those
Right.
guys. I don't know.
We want it. We want the cards.
Yeah.
We definitely want the cards. I would love to have something available before or even at Champ of Champs. I would love to have every player gets 2 free packs of LRG, ERB, and the World Legends set.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be out soon enough, we can do something like that. Let's talk about it. Let's get them talking about it.
Yeah, we're trying to get a card committed, right?
There you go, Marcel. You got it. Send maybe some Overpowered Podcast early packs, maybe. That's, it definitely wouldn't hurt. And especially if they're already being printed.
Yeah.
Could they really be at the printers?
So
I
they
don't
were.
know why it would take that long to print.
I don't know if it's the printing or distribution process.
Well, according to the post they put on the Facebook page, they're in the same town. They're literally going to go from the printer to Cardio the same day.
Right. Then Cardio has to distribute them to.
Right. Then they'll
the
organize
warehouses,
it, package everything, and ship it out.
Right.
But how hard would it be once Cardio gets it to send Overpower Adventures a 6-box case for the Champ of Champs?
No idea.
We'll give it out as pricing. We'll give it out as participation. Whatever. We'll
Yeah.
give it out. Yeah, Marcel, we're on the same page. Totally. I really want to hear more announcements out of them guys. The goat says, I think if you say his name 3 times, he appears. Joe. I don't think it's going to work, but
Maybe
thanks
4,
for trying.
Maybe 4 times.
Joe.
Keep trying.
Joe. John says, I just need a date certain for product arrival so I can schedule events. Yes, that would be fantastic too. But we got so many people eager to play it. We can give them a 2-week notice and they'll be here. They'll be here to learn to play. I'm not too concerned about that. Sean says, I'm more eager to know when, where, and how much I can expect to win at official events with the new cards. I'm super excited to hear dates and where, for sure. When and where.
Right, they're all the big 5 cities with the NAOL.
You think they'll go to the same cities that Now is in?
Yep. I think we're running them for them, sounds like. And then they're going to be here with us. From my understanding. I mean, it's still going to be Columbus and the big cities. The 5 now events.
Dallas, Fort Worth,
Right.
Niagara, Columbus.
Seattle is what they want, a 5th event for Seattle.
They want Seattle. Nice. Way to go, Seattle.
Yeah, I think they deserved
And
their own
balls.
tournament out there with the big showing they had.
I would disagree just a little bit. How many of us all went to Seattle? They probably only had, 12 or 15 Seattle guys. I don't know if that'll be enough to carry it.
But I mean, if everybody travels out there for a big money event, it will be. If LRG says, hey, here's $25,000 to a prize pool or whatever, that's going to pull people from California, all kinds of places, I would think.
Would I go back to Seattle for a chance to win part of a $25,000 prize pack?
Absolutely.
No, it's definitely not an absolutely.
Oh, for me, it is.
What? Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I'll play anywhere. Although I don't like the new game near as much.
Well, it'll grow on you. You just got to play it.
So do warts. Yeah.
You just got to play it, I'm telling you.
I think it's very watered down.
It is. It is.
Feels like Gatorade with all water.
Well,
Little lemon lime drop.
no, I don't. I won't drink a watered down lemonade.
Yeah,
but,
see? It will. There's some people out there. But
You got to start somewhere, and I don't think bringing it back with battle sites was the right answer. I think bringing it back as any heroes like the original game did is the right answer.
yeah, but you can't make it like that without any defense.
How much defense you didn't play?
Well, there were all kinds of straight avoids, I can tell you, from the first set.
Right, that's all there was.
Well, that's good enough.
There's some teammate avoids, but
I
there
don't know if there was
wasn't.
teammate avoid, just Jubilee, right?
Um,
There was Cap and
no,
Fantastic. but
Iceman had one.
Well, that was
Well,
Power
the second
Surge.
set. Silver Surfer had one.
Not a team.
Yeah, no, not a team. Not a team.
Yeah.
But
Straight avoids.
you had teammate avoids.
Yeah, I
had
think it was
avoid.
just Jubilee was the only pure teammate avoid that I can think of. off the
Silver
top of my head.
Surfer. Silver Surfer had one.
His was a 9 or less.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
So it wasn't universal either.
A teammate may avoid when attacking 9 or
Yeah,
less.
so it wasn't for Surfer. Surfer
Right.
was nice because he had
I
the straight
got you.
avoid.
I got what you're saying.
So you got
Yeah.
Captain America, you got Mr. Fantastic, you got that kind of stuff. but
Right. So
I
there
think the
was
only pure
something.
teammate avoid was probably Jubilee.
Yes.
So there's a difference. Those 9 or lesses can't block power leeches.
They sure can't. But hopefully there ain't going to be no power leech.
No, there's going to be a power leech.
Power leech, and I know Sean disagrees with me. I think power
He
leech
thinks
is
it's
overpowered for
He
this.
thinks
Does
it's overpowered too.
Okay, good. Sean says, for a chance at 25,000, yes, I travel to most locations in Canada or the U.S. Also, as a Canadian, I can reclaim the 30% the IRS will take from the money. Hey, look
Where you
at
don't talk about it.
John says they need a West Coast regional, East Coast, South, Midwest, and Southwest. Nationals should be at PAX or Gen Con or Origins.
Or Columbus. Yeah, Origins.
Well,
would be
Origins, yeah. It's too soon. They can't do Gen
that's
Con
the-
or Origins.
that's the
It's
problem.
got to be in the fall.
Yeah,
Sean says Blob also has a pure teammate avoid plus an avoid lockout.
but that wasn't until Power Surge.
Right. May says, yes, I think they should have regulated power leech, Reaper to catechism status.
Yeah, he thinks it should be a cataclysm.
The biggest problem is they didn't plan ahead far enough. They went and reprinted the power leech
Yeah,
and
no,
not even thinking about how it would play in their cards when they released their cards. And how could you not look ahead to that?
Yeah.
It dominates. So,
Well, like I said, I think you'll see a ton of decks with either Merlin or Dracula.
well,
You're going to need them.
at that Friday night playtest event, I don't believe there was a Dracula or Merlin deck outside of mine.
I didn't play.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't play.
But I think you're going to need something like that. The offensive negates are no good.
Leech is too strong for the format until the card pool grows. Yep, I agree, John.
But I think, like I said, if you throw 3 Battlefield Commanders out there, you can deal with Leech. You can deal with the draw 3s. You can deal with the big potent.
Right, but what if they draw the Leech in the first hand and you don't get Battlefield Commander out there? You know, it's just too powerful. There's not enough cards that you can put out there. Sean says most of the gains with the new cards come down to a Leech. Leech hits about 50% of the time. I think it's more. Doug Taylor and his group tracked it. I think it was hitting 60% of the time, if I remember right.
Leech was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't stop a Leech, you are super vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love the Wicked Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, she's with her. I don't even know if we're allowed to say it.
Nah, I just.
Her one per deck being defensive is amazing,
Yeah.
but it is a one per deck.
And when you can web hit for it.
Yeah. Or if you're playing King Arthur, he's got a card. He can go get a card not playable by King Arthur. So, yeah. Yeah, you have to be able to stop the Leech. There are lots of ways to stop it.
There's not lots of ways.
If you figure 3 is a lot.
You got your Guardian Angel and Bastion, or Merlin, whatever you want to call it.
And your fairy protection.
If you're playing it.
Yeah. Oh, don't you think most people will?
I don't know.
What would you play instead of?
A lot of people playing the draw 4.
And that 10.
That 10's a monster.
It's,
But it's not as good in this format.
King Arthur cards was changed to only grabbing a non-1 per deck, I believe. I don't think it was. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it was.
Because his was a 1 per deck, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was. I don't think they made any changes to King Arthur, unless it was made and they didn't tell the playtesters. That change was not on any playtest notes that I received. But I think they did change some things and not tell us that went to the printers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I heard a rumor, but I don't know if it's true or not.
Hard to tell.
And Joe appears. Where's Joe? There's no Joe. Joe, where are you? We got lots of questions for you.
He said his name 3 times.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Even Mage's Musings couldn't make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way Columbus can have it at Origins. Gen Con, is that in July? So that would be too
I
soon.
think it's May, right?
No. It's not that early.
Gen Con?
Gen Con's after Origins.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was always August or something.
Yeah, they keep moving them up, but PAX on the West Coast, PAX, no, PAX,
Is that big?
yeah, PAX is big, and I know Ron was talking about being there in 2025, but
Yeah, that's the problem. You
yeah,
need it late in the year.
yeah, the national
you
national
don't have
event's
to.
going to be at the end of the 4
But
regionals.
you don't have to do that.
Oh yeah.
Overpower's main event was always in the middle of summer.
But I think the way they announced it, the national
It's gonna be
event
the
is going
last
to be the
event.
accumulation of the 4 events.
Right.
The
That's why
way
I
I
said
understood it.
That's why I said they're going to be at all the now events.
Wow.
We got the biggest following. We've been doing it for 10 years. They'd be crazy to get away from that.
1 in Canada, 3 in the United States, and then the national.
Now, the Canada, I don't know what they're going to do because there's no way Howard can host all those people.
Right, they would have to get an
The
occasion.
venue, yeah.
John says Gen Con is in August. Okay.
Yeah.
And the goat says, I am hoping for a big opening tournament and then a massive national. PAX Unplugged in Philly in November. So that PAX in Philly would be a good one in November. That would line up with the dates of the Boston events. And we've not had it. Philly could support it. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Although I don't like the city of Philly. Do you?
No, not much.
Yeah.
But I do like their convention center.
Yeah.
They got that little.
It's right in the ghetto.
It wasn't that bad.
You didn't think?
Nah.
I didn't like it down there.
I like that market that was right across the street that you can go get something to eat at. That was cool.
Yeah, but
They didn't stay open
You
late
were 3
enough.
blocks away. You were in Chinatown, remember? I didn't like it there.
Yeah.
Although I did like seeing Rocky Steps. I
Yeah,
always
that
thought
was pretty cool.
Yeah, we did a nice little tour there with the Liberty
yeah, all
Bell
the
and
historical sites.
the Quakers.
Yeah.
Remember doing all that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that was fun. Get to see the Liberty Bell.
But you need to pack a pistol almost.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either, but a lot of people do.
Well, yeah. The goat says there has to be a big kickoff. And then Sean says, Philly event. I hope Larry has lots of space for guests. Larry don't live close to Philly, does he?
No.
No, I don't think so, Sean. Not anymore. He used to live in the.
He was never close to Philly.
He was
was
on the
always in
eastern
Buffalo.
end of. Oh, that's right. Now he's in the eastern end of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, now he's down, I think, towards York or one of those. down
Okay.
there.
Yeah. but I
He's
don't
closer to Virginia, I think.
Okay. So Larry ain't putting us up. Sorry, Sean. I would love to see a big kickoff. So where are you thinking, Goat? Where are we going to have a big kickoff at?
Or was it Texas? AT&T Stadium? Jerry World?
Yeah.
We play on the Jumbotron for $25K.
There you go. They're giving away $100,000 in
Over the
prizes
year.
over 5 events.
Right. That's $20K per event breakdown, essentially. But I think the last one's going to be the big one.
Right.
So who knows how big the other ones are?
10 or 15,000, I think, for the 4.
Maybe.
So
And
40 to
50K.
60, 40 to 50,000 for the big one.
That's what I think they're probably doing. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing. It's not my money, not my events.
Yeah. I don't know. Can they pull off a big release event in April in Dallas, Fort Worth with Ricky and Josh?
I mean, they need the cards. They need some announcements.
Oh, yeah, we'd have to know if the cards are going to be ready.
Right, that's what
Wow.
Josh said. He wanted to push the event back, but you can't do that. Because then you mess up everybody else's events.
In April? June.
Well, he wanted to push it back, and then it goes right into May or June when Howard runs his event.
Oh.
Then you push right into ours. It's just you can't be pushing the events too far back, because then people can't travel to all of them.
Well,
But maybe their idea is not to have everybody at every one of them.
that's interesting. I never thought about them running it in the 5 cities where now is now.
I'm sure that's what it's going to
Or
happen.
now is now.
Yeah.
Okay. If that happens, that would change some things if we can't get the first one in April.
Right. That's a good point too, John. I always said Chicago or St. Louis is the most centrally located.
No. Actually, Chicago is not more centrally located than Columbus, Ohio.
I would-
Ohio is the most centrally located.
St. Louis is probably the most, or Indy or something like that.
No, you would be amazed at the percentage of the U.S. population that is within an 8-hour drive
Of
of
Columbus.
Ohio.
Right. It's huge.
It's huge. It's
Yeah.
like 40-some%.
But I would think if you just go an hour or a couple hours west to Indy, it's not much further off.
You lose everybody up the East
Northeast.
Coast. Yeah.
I think people still come, but
They will, for sure.
If
You
there's-
could go to Chicago,
yeah.
but
But I think Columbus is probably the most centrally located to everything.
it is, for sure. John says the convention center, terminal market, that's, and the whiskey bar and a Little Italy is all good. The rest of Philly, not a big fan.
That's the other thing. Like Columbus is probably the safest of all those big major cities they talk about. Chicago, nobody wants to be there.
Yep.
500 shootings a day up there.
Holy cow.
I mean, that's just crazy, stupid numbers. People getting murdered on the weekends up there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be in that town.
Yep. Sean Toronto is only an 8-hour drive from Columbus. It's pretty centrally located. 8-hour drive for a big event is not asking too much.
Right.
How long is a Chicago drive from us?
5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah, so you go 2 hours east of us, you're in Pittsburgh.
Right.
So anything beyond Pittsburgh is more than an 8-hour drive to Chicago.
Right. Even Philly's 7 hours from us.
Yep.
So you get further out than that, and it's
Yep.
I think Boston's even 10 or 12 hour drive.
11 or 12. Chicago's still good. It's got such a great airport, a huge airport, so people could fly in.
Yeah.
But do you want to have one in Chicago and in Columbus? That might be that's something to think about. I never even thought about them doing it at the same time or in the same cities as now.
I think that's the plan. But who knows?
Well, they 5 events and 5 events. Maybe that is what they're thinking.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But like you said, Howard's going to have to find a place to play up there.
Yeah.
Josh will have to get a really big place.
If they have the cards for.
Right, if they're wanting to do one of their regionals the same weekend,
Yeah.
Josh will need a really big place. We're the only ones with an easy, really big place.
Right.
It's not hard for us to get if we're going to be more than 160 people, we got a hall for that.
Heart of it all.
Yeah, we got halls all over the place. The convention center manager came to me one time. He said, Doug, if the only thing I can do for you is give you some room somewhere, because I got plenty of room.
Yeah.
So we'll put you somewhere.
I mean, us being here 14 years is.
Yeah, be 15 in June.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay, we're going to have to look into it. Guys, we're going to call it a wrap right there. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great chat. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe if you would. We'd appreciate it. So you guys all have a great week. Have a happy new year. Stay safe. And we'll see you next Monday. You be back next Monday?
I'll be back.
You said you might be leaving part of January.
I am. I won't be here the following Monday.
The following Monday. All right. We'll
So
talk.
I'll be here the 6th, not the 13th.
All right. I'll try and get a replacement. No, nobody can replace you, but somebody will sit in for you. All right. We'll see you guys.
Take care. That doesn't make sense. You're 11 hours
There you
from
are.
me in Boston. Chicago,
Chicago's
24.